Go. I see us. Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Happy Hump Day.
I know, I
So,
can't believe this is already our fourth episode of this book.
of this book, yeah. I was naughty. I just read it today, but it was like you said. I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. Can't be a liar. I very fast skimmed through it fast and wrote down some notes and stuff like that. But I totally get what she was saying. So, hi Bailey, if you're
Yeah,
still there.
these chapters were a pretty quick read. Like I was able
Yeah.
to read in 2 mornings and yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Bailey. I'm gonna send this to Bailey so she can read it. Actually, it's all young women should read this book, I think. Okay, dogs. Show's on. You have to go away.
Yeah.
Telling you. Nope, they're gonna talk. Oh well. So what's new and
I can't
amazing?
hear them, so it's all good.
Good, because I can.
Yeah, no. That's like kids
Oh,
in the
Bailey
background.
says
I can
hey.
hear them. I can hear them, but nobody else can, so. Yeah, no, I've been running just about every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, my stomach was screaming at me, so I took a break on one day. So then I ended up pushing 5 days in a row of the running, and by that fifth day, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so tired."
Oh, good for you though.
But yesterday, I upped it by half a kilometer, so I'm at 1.5 now, and we'll just keep on keeping on. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
That's so good. Yeah, I've had kind of I don't know, I've been doing gardening because now that we've had some warmer weather, all the weeds are out.
yeah.
Like the lawn is comprised of 3 blades of grass and 7,000 like dandelions, which are green. Makes it look
Oh
like
yeah,
lawn, but
those dandelions.
um, I don't know how they grow that fast either. Like you'll mow, you get up the next morning and they're sticking up.
Yes.
So,
It's like they
anyways,
all
it's been a
fall
battle.
down when the mower comes, and then they like.
I guess so. But these ones, well, I don't know, maybe because I run them over and bend them. I don't know. But we've been getting lots of stuff out of our garden, like mostly just lettuce and stuff. But holy, everything's just growing like mad, which is so fun because I haven't actually had a garden for a long time. So
How are the mosquitoes there?
they're good. We spend just about every evening out on our back deck, and usually we get chased in kind of just when sun goes behind the mountain and stuff. They come out really bad, but they've been pretty good. We have this thing called a thermocell, like we have for camping, so we put it on our deck. It works super good if there's no wind, and we just turn it on and it keeps them away. So it's been
Yeah.
fun. But they actually do mosquito control here.
Oh.
I don't know, no idea. It's probably really not good for, I don't even know what it would be, but they have these buckets on helicopters and they go and they put it into like places where there's sitting water and ponds and stuff like that from a little bit of flooding, so that it keeps them better under control. I'd hate to think what they'd be like if they didn't do that. So yeah, so here we are in kind of a crazy week in the world again.
Yeah.
Pretty sad times going on, but we'll get through it this year. Holy 2020. I said my post for tomorrow, I'm trying to keep it light and funny, and I put a post out about changing astrological signs.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, what? Like
I
Scorpio?
know, I saw it too, and then before I posted it, I did some research because I thought, oh, somebody's gonna come in and say it's fake news. I guess it's been going on for years that because we've shifted a little bit, the Earth has shifted a little bit, so the stars don't line up like they used to. So, but apparently it's been like that for like 100 years. It's just now they've actually made a 13th sign.
Which is
But
weird.
anyways, I put this post up thinking, oh, somebody will get a haha out of it.
Yeah.
104 comments.
Yeah, you got a lot of comments on that one.
What? Every time I turn my phone on, there's more on there. So,
Well,
yeah, anyways, so if you are, I'll have to bring it up. I don't even know how to say it, but I'll bring it up. Hold on, peeps.
Yeah, because when I was looking at it, I before was half Scorpio, half Sagittarius, because I was right on the cusp.
Right on the cusp. So what are you now?
But now I I'm not even sure. I think I'm still Scorpio. No, no, no. I bumped it back. So I'm like a Libra or something like that now.
Yeah, well, what's your birthday?
November 22nd.
Yeah, but
So
you're
now
still just on the cusp.
I'm
The
still just on
23rd
the
is the last day, so you can remain a Scorpio if you like.
Oh, okay, good.
For me,
But I thought it was interesting that Scorpio is only like a week long now.
I know.
Like, how does that even
That's crazy, right?
a week out of it? So I'm like, oh, interesting.
So I was a Libra for 50 years. I think
And
I
then
still am, but
today.
I went to becoming a Virgo.
Yeah, and like I like what you said. Like, I don't know how to be that.
Exactly. Okay, so the new one is called
Starts with an O.
Oh Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus. So that is November 29th to December 17th.
Interesting. So my mom and my sister are both in that one now.
Yeah, and my dad was a Capricorn, which is now in January. So yeah.
So weird.
So I don't know. Apparently, I got schooled by somebody that's into all that, saying that I was causing confusion. So I pretty much told him, you know what, Mr. Karen? It was just a lighthearted post. It's just
Yeah.
really not that serious. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, for my next post tomorrow, everybody tune in because
Oh, good.
I just want to put something light out there because my heart is very heavy with everything. So I'm putting the next stage. Everybody's saying like we're in stage 6 of Jumanji or something like that in 2020 with everything that's going on. So I have the stage 7 of Jumanji. I'm putting it up tomorrow.
Okay.
So make sure you check it out. Yeah.
Will do.
It's what's coming up next.
Oh, geez. It better be like happy.
It could be. It could be happier than Murder Hornets, which I think kind of bogged out. I don't know about that. There wasn't much coverage of Murder Hornets, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I know it's a tough time right now.
Yeah.
Again, so I don't understand. I try to, but I don't get it. So I just have to try and stay my crazy weird self. So yeah. So anyways, let's talk about Rachel Hollis.
Yes, because this is a good book.
It is. Everybody needs to read this.
Still a good book.
There we go. There, I'm back. I had to get it going. I went off my thing, but so we did what are they called again?
The Behaviours.
Behaviours, yeah.
Yeah, and we did 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah. So why don't you start out?
So the first, well, not the first behavior, but the fifth behavior.
Oh, can you hold up the book too, just so people can see? Rachel Hollis.
Does it fit in the? Oh yeah.
And it's like, girl, stop apologizing.
Yeah. But
super good read.
It is. And so for behavior 5, which is build foundations for success.
Yeah.
I underlined something and I just want to read it to start off.
Okay.
So the truth is, it doesn't matter if you're motivated to achieve a goal, if your day-to-day life is going to sabotage you before you get very far.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
How many of us have that? Okay, so my thing about this is like I understand because I was a builder. If you don't have a really strong foundation and you try and build a building on it, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to crash and come tumbling down. So in order for you to get what your goal is, like what your personal for you thing is, you need to have like everything kind of in line, right? And a good foundation to go by.
And I say that's even not just for the goals, but even for relationships. Like if you have a relationship that doesn't have a good foundation and then you have kids, it's going to make things hard and
Yeah.
tricky to work with. But yes, you need it for
Yeah.
yourself and for your
Oh,
goals.
I think that goes for
So many things.
everything in life. Yeah, you have to have that. So she gave us a whole bunch of like kind of tips on what she thinks.
Yeah.
Mm, that will get you a nice strong base so that you're not fighting other things trying to get to your goals and whatever your dream is. And this is like for everything. You got to remember what we said in our earlier shows, that you're doing this for yourself, but tentacles are going to reach out and it's going to affect all parts of your life. If you make something happen for yourself that's a personal goal or dream, the happiness and what you learn on that journey is going to help everything in your life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyways, so let's get into the what
So
she thought were things that could definitely help you.
yeah, so the one first thing is get healthy. But in there, she has specific steps on how to get healthy or what
Yeah.
she views as getting healthy. So in there, she has hydration.
Yeah.
Wake up earlier.
Yeah.
Give up one category of food for 30 days. And it's sugar, is it not?
I'm sure. Well, I think it's more specific than that.
Processed foods.
Yeah.
Like junk food, really.
Junk food is what she's hinting but not saying. Yes.
Right, yes. And then move your body every day.
Yeah.
And practice gratitude daily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's touch on these a little bit.
Yeah, let's
So
dive
for hydration, I mean, Lindsay and I are definitely all about the hydration. We both are members of Enagic, which is a Kangen water. We sell the Kangen water machines. They are incredible, like the difference between regular tap water and what we're drinking. We both, I think you drink 9.5 too, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I drink my pets, everybody in the family drinks 9.5 pH water, which hydrates you like so much faster and better. So hydration, I'm sure you've seen me, I'm always drinking. So she says, don't, like people ask her questions like you're going to drink all day long and aren't you going to pee a lot? And it's true, but what do you think's happening? It's getting rid of all the bad stuff in your body, right? So it said, she said a good way to figure out how much water you should be drinking. And this, just because we drink Kangen water doesn't mean that you need to. It's just you need to drink water because that's what you're made of. So say in a wonderful world you weighed 150 pounds. So you would want to drink half of your body weight in ounces. So 75 ounces of water in a day, over the day. So that works out. I just did a quick workout. It's about 9 cups of water or 2 liters of water.
I need to drink 2.5 liters.
Yeah. I have a big bottle that I get through most days. And then I always have, I swear, I have like 2 or 3 other glasses going. I don't know why. I'm like a glass hoarder. So I don't actually know exactly how much I drink a day, but I do drink tons. And since becoming like a distributor for Enagic, that's when I started drinking water.
Yeah.
I was a pop and juice and mixed iced tea and all that kind of stuff. This water absolutely is amazing. It tastes so good. It's easy to drink. So, and the benefits are, it does so much stuff. So, anyway, so that kind of gives you an idea. So you take your weight, you divide it by 2, and that's how many ounces you should be drinking a day to maintain and to flush out toxins and stuff. So,
and it does seem a lot, but if you're sipping on it regularly throughout the day, it's not too bad, right?
No, I've seen lots of people that take their water. I don't have my water bottle, but they take a water bottle, and I saw that, I don't know if it was on Amazon or something, now has the water bottle where it says like 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and you want to be down to that line.
Oh,
So
really?
that, say you missed for some reason, like I think it's by half an hour or something like that. Say if you missed an hour and a half of drinking your water, then you got to drink, that much. So it's like a reminder. And then people also do it on their phone. Like they have an app that goes, I think it makes a funny sound, like it makes a water sound or something.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a free app that you can get that reminds you to have a drink of water. So,
Yeah. But I do like that because I'm always like, it makes me have to go to the bathroom so much. But she reminded me, yes, you need to be doing that anyways to get rid of all the bad crap.
That's how you get rid of the bad crap. That's how you like get rid of fat. That's how you get rid of like everything.
Yes.
All the toxins, everything that so definitely water. So wake up earlier.
Yeah.
Some days I get up with Jeff because he's working 10-hour shifts now, so he's up super early. And I, even when I don't get out of bed with him when he gets up in the morning, I'm awake anyways. So I should just start getting up because I usually get so much done in the morning. So how about you?
Well, I like that she had said, hey, look, if you just had a kid, necessarily apply to you. And I'm glad because I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's just some days.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin's like last night, he woke up at 1:30 in the morning. And so fed him, changed him. And then I put him down. He was still restless. Tyler got up with him, rocked him for about half an hour, laid him down. Then he was up at 4:30. So then I got up with him. So, I mean, it's all over the place.
So getting up an hour earlier would be tough. What she's saying is if you want time for yourself, get up an hour earlier.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
If you already work a really early morning shift or you have small children that keep you up, it doesn't apply to you. Like it just doesn't. It's only if you're like, for me, my kids are grown. The dogs can take care of themselves and whatnot. So, I mean, I really can pick and choose when I get up in the morning. Because I'm old now, I can't even lay in bed that long anymore because it hurts. So, it's just for people who say you have, a little bit older kids and, if they wake, she said, if they wake you up, you're already behind the 8 ball. You don't have time to get that stuff done for yourself.
You're running around, you're scrambling, you're racing at the door, you're trying to do everything, and it's just chaos.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So if you can, get up an hour earlier and have that me time, like just for you. If you can't do it in the morning for whatever reason, because you already get up early, see if you can fit it in at the end of the day is what she's saying. But anyways, there's a bug. Okay, so give up one category of food for 30 days.
I did try this a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Food, junk food, all that. Yeah, it's not easy. Like your body goes through cravings for sure.
Yeah. And it's so silly because we all feel so much better when we're eating better. And I don't know why we just can't get that through our head, but you see that chip bag and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to have a handful of those. And then the bag is gone and you're like, well, now I feel like crap. So, I mean, she was pretty much strongly hinting that it would be for some kind of junk food. Yeah. So if you're like a bag of chips a day, get rid of that. If you're a chocolate bar a day, get rid of that. Or pop. So sugar is like, it's the killer, right? So if you can cut out some sugar, do it.
Yeah, because at one point I was even making muffins and stuff that were sweetened with applesauce as opposed to sugar.
Yeah.
It's doable, and it is a little bit more work up front just because it's new recipes, trying to learn of a different way of cooking. But I mean,
exactly.
It's still good when I was eating like that.
And I know when I've gone off sugar, which I have to say I'm not that right now. when you do have something super sweet, like if you had, say, you went to Starbucks and you bought a muffin for yourself, or Tim Hortons or whatever, it would be so sweet to you after cutting out that sugar that it would actually be hard to eat. That's what I found.
Yes. That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I remember I had to cut way back on the sweetener for my coffee and all that kind of stuff, because it was just like, oh.
Yeah.
But then again, I went completely the opposite, didn't have any sugar kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was tough for 10 days. I had the worst headache of my entire life, because you're going to go into withdrawals, right? But so anyway, she's saying definitely give up some kind of crappy food that you eat for 30 days and just see, because then you've formed a habit, is what she's saying, and you may never, indulge in it again. So yeah, move your body every day. I guess you're getting that done.
I'm starting to do that now. Yes. I'm feeling, the first week I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. But even though I extended my time, I'm feeling like I do have like more energy. I'm feeling a little bit more mobile and a little bit more pep in my step. And yeah.
Cool. Are you sleeping better, or can you even say that because of Calvin?
Yeah, it's hit and miss.
Hit and miss. Okay. Yeah. There you go. And then practice. Say that again.
Little ones are so precious and adorable. It's so worth it though, hey?
Yes, for sure. You know what? You turn around and they're as old as mine. So
yeah, exactly.
Practice gratitude daily. So much to be thankful in your life when you stand back and look at it. And even on your worst day, you have more to be thankful for than most of the world. So it's something that I do. I may not get a chance to write it down every day, but it is something that I will think about every single day. Like, I'm lucky that I have my health. I have not been affected by COVID. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that none of my family has. I'm thankful I don't live in the States right now. Like, I mean, look what they're going through. And not that it doesn't happen here. It's just, I'm happy to be living where I am.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they don't have that choice. So you, like I say, on your absolute worst day, 90% of the population on Earth would dream to have your worst day.
Mm-hmm.
So be thankful. Be super thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's important, and it makes you feel so good, and it makes you realize how much you actually do have.
And so, I think about all that stuff a lot, but I don't actually think I say like thank you for it. Like, it's simple words of thank you, right?
Yeah.
And I know I acknowledge it all the time, but I don't say those two words.
Yeah, you always, like, you see something on TV or on the news or whatever, and you're like, oh, am I ever glad that blah 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 blah, right? And yes, that's showing gratitude that you don't have to go through that. But always take what they say, when you think you're having a bad day, take two bad things, or take one bad thing and sandwich it with good things. So sandwich it with gratitude on both sides, kind of thing. So it's a good habit to get into.
Practice of saying it out loud.
What's that?
I'm just getting in the practice of saying it out loud. Because I keep that inside, and it's like, well, what's wrong with saying like thank you, like out loud? Right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're going to go into Walmart and say thank you for this loaf of bread because I love it, I mean, people are going to look at you. I mean, you can't get away from that. But you either care or you don't. But it's easy to have gratitude for and practice it. So there's so much to be thankful for, and we just don't acknowledge it enough, I don't think. So
agreed.
Anyway, so then onwards, old Rachel Hollis here.
Yes.
So this is her tips for, what's that?
That was the healthy piece.
That was the healthy piece, yeah. So she was, we were talking about how to make sure that you have a very strong foundation for before you start getting towards your goal or your dream or whatever, that you're doing. Like Lindsay's had to take certain steps to make sure that everything's in order for her to go on her journey of this, half marathon and stuff. She has to make sure that Tyler is able to watch the kids and she has to have it all under control. And that's for everything in your life. You need to have that strong foundation before you start something. So the next thing
Get your
is
personal space in order.
yes. I'm really bad about that.
I was just gonna say, I'll admit we're chaos here.
I mean, all I can say is thank God my mom came for a little quick visit last week because I cleaned. I had to do the mother clean. So, but it's funny, like my office that I have here. Everything that we had to hide from the mom visit.
It's in your office.
It's kind of stacked where you can't see it, but it's in my office. So I just walk out of here and shut the door because I can't do it right now. So anyways, make sure, because everything runs smoother if you have everything, in
I
order.
know we work better when we have things a little bit organized after we've got rid of everything, but for some reason, like, it just all piles up and piles up.
Like, I swear, like our island in the kitchen. And so we didn't have an island. So we're doing our kitchen remodel, and we built this kind of, we had this old buffet cabinet, china cabinet, I guess you call it. And Jeff took it apart and put it back together, and we made like a rolling island for our kitchen. So I said, this is not going to be a dumping ground. Like, in comes the lunch kit, plops on the counter, papers, letters, you name it. What do you think it is? It's just... I clean it off every day, and every day it gets covered with stuff.
Yeah.
So
it's so easy
I'm
to
just
do
like
that.
And that's not even, I don't even have like young kids. Just add that to the trauma, right? So can't even walk 2 steps in your house without hitting a squeaky toy, right? It's like that with my dogs.
Yeah.
We have a box, I'm not even kidding. People would like be disturbed if they came in and saw our box of bones. Because we always have given, because I just firmly believe it really helps keep their teeth clean. So they get like there's that bug again. They get the marrow bones and they chew them and it cleans their teeth. But they're so clean, like the bones are so clean that you can just throw them in the box and they go pick through them. And so they might have one from 5 years ago, but there is a box of bones in my living room. So Griffin, can't see him. I don't know where he is. He goes in every day and gets a bone out of the box, puts it somewhere, and then goes and gets a different bone because that wasn't the right bone. So then I have to pick up all the bones like a kid. So.
Yeah.
But you know the toy thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, it's like little.
Then you say to yourself, do they need this many toys?
We're actually we don't have tons, but there's enough small stuff that he just brings it out, puts it right where you step, and then walks away.
I know.
He
it's
plays
just like me. Do my dogs need that many bones and balls and toys?
Yeah. Exactly.
Probably not, but that's okay. But anyways, if you can have your personal space, especially where you work and especially where you're going to be working on your whatever this thing is that you're doing for yourself.
Yeah.
It's going to run smoother. You're running, so you're outside, so you get a free pass on that one.
Yeah, I was going to say I get an easy one on that one because I can just
I know, it's it's on my list on my fridge of the kind of the bigger is to try and find homes for all this. So it's going to be interesting. Well, we had to turn like where kind of we had storage in the back bedroom because now that Jordan's home, we don't have a spare room. So we had to turn that into the spare room. So quite a bit of stuff kind of got moved around.
Yeah.
Whatever. So it's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So
what'll happen next?
Build a great community.
Yes.
Now, what does that mean?
Your friends. Yeah. Or actually just people who you talk to in general.
So what they say is like the people that you hang around with, like the people that you spend the most time with, you are only going to ever be at that level.
Yeah.
You are who you hang out with.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would never give up my friends and stuff. because I have a hell of a good time with them and stuff like that. But because now that I'm trying to get this book going, it's a children's book. It's not like 59 shades of whatever. It's just like, I love to draw, so I'm going to try and illustrate a children's book and write a short little children's book. Something I've always wanted to do. So, in business, like if you're doing something that's kind of businessy, it totally people can bring you down. So you want to make sure that in that setting, like you're not going to go, and get running buddies at Fat Burger or something, right? Like that's probably not going to work out so good.
Right.
You're going to hang out with people that understand what you're going through and whatnot. And that's kind of what she's saying is, build a community around you that's going to help you towards your goal.
And push you and challenge you.
Push you and challenge you, yeah. And she said something along the lines of, if you're in a room with 5 people and you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to
if you're the most devoted to doing this out of those 5 people, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
You always want to be getting better. You want to surround yourself with people that are greater than you, that are going to bring, and I'm not talking around the campfire with your friends like on a Saturday night. I'm not talking about that, but
yeah,
it's just in the sense of you reaching your goal, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
You need to surround yourself with people that are going to help you get to that, not drag you down, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next one?
Also something in that chapter that I really liked that she had said was that she was looking, because she went through like a hard time with her and her husband, so she wanted to meet up with her girls and just be like, just pile it on them and look for like a man bashing session, she said.
Yeah.
And then they ended up being like, no, everything's good. You're just going through a bad time right now. And she was just like, and I kind of was like, oh yeah, like when you're meeting up with your friends, they shouldn't be like, oh yeah, let's totally just get in on this and just bash, right?
Yeah.
It'd be like, no, you're in a good place. You're just going through a tough time right now. And you're going to work it out. And that's what relationships are about. And I just kind of like that, because so many times.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure you've had it in your life. We've all had that one person that all they do is tell you their woes. Oh. That's all that they do.
Yes.
Right? Pardon me. I think that that sucks the life out of you.
Oh, it does. It
truly does.
Yeah.
So try not to get around that person. Don't just disown them as a friend or something like that. But we've all had that friend or acquaintance or family member that, hey, how are you doing? And they just unload like, and your shoulders are like, oh, I can't carry anymore kind of thing. And it's not serving you. So,
no,
I mean, could be a good friend and listen, but there is a point that you don't have to. So that's what I think.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Totally.
Yeah. It sucks the life out of you. I've had it many times over the years. So, so where are we now?
Develop great habits. And this one, she had 3 points. So there's a cue, action, and a reward.
Yes.
So if you want a good habit, you need to establish a cue. So I guess for me in my running, it would be like putting on my running shoes. Like, even if I don't feel like doing it today, just put on my running shoes or put on a really awesome song. It's just going to motivate me and like perk me up and be like, okay, it's go time. This means so the action now is running, but it was that initial step, because it's always the hardest to actually get going.
Yes.
Right.
And actually set foot out the door for you. Right. I can remember when I was doing that. Some days you just don't want to do it, but you
feel so much better when you do.
Yeah.
Right. Even if it's
not your shoes, you're just saying to yourself, you're like, all right, Lindsay, just put your shoes on, open the door. And then, it's easy after that. It's just, you can talk yourself out of something so fast. So if you just like, something has to start whatever you're doing into motion, and that's the cue. So,
and so the action is actually doing it. So for me, that would be the running. And then the reward would be afterwards. Like I
Yeah.
feel fantastic. I have so much more energy when I'm done. To
Yeah.
me, that's a reward. I need energy for Logan and Kevin and Tyler. Right?
Exactly.
All three of
No,
them,
that's
right?
spot on. You're absolutely right. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's, I've been putting off a lot of stuff the last couple weeks just because I don't know. It's just I'm in the COVID funk. I think I'm getting out of it because we've had such nice weather, and my mom and dad coming for a visit was so good for the soul. I tell you.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, I got to tell a funny story before I forget. Okay, so Jordan had her birthday when mom and dad were here, her 20th birthday. So of course she does keto, so she can't have like a birthday cake, like sugar, right? So she makes a cake. To me, it wasn't that good, but for her, it was like so good. So of course the rule is that it's bad luck if you don't have a piece of the birthday cake, right? Like it's bad luck. So anyways, she brings out this cake and it's chocolate cake and it's iced with chocolate icing. And so anyway, here we go. So put the candles on it, light the candles, sing happy birthday. She blows on it, and it was hard for her to get all these candles out, so she blew like 3 times. We freaking ate it. I didn't even think about it. Like she blew all over it, and we ate it. Not that it's going to do anything to me.
I don't get it.
Not that it's good. I live with her. It's no big deal. But I'm thinking, and so I said to mom, I'm like, can you believe it? And I didn't even realize it until I saw that it was Clint Eastwood's 90th birthday.
Holy.
So there was a little video and it's him and he's opening up his gifts and stuff. And there's not very many people around, but like it's just a little tiny gathering. And anyways, they bring out the cake and they light the candles. And I'm thinking, are they going to eat that cake after he blows on it? Ooh. And then I went, we just did that last week. Anyways.
But I was like, yeah, so she blew on it, you ate it. It's so easy to forget.
Didn't even think. What we should have done is cut a piece, put a candle on it for her, and then
So
it didn't even register.
Yeah, no, super
easy. Anyways, I was like, I text my mom and I'm like, Mom, because they're being really careful, right? There was no touching, there was no nothing when they were here. Like lots of hand sanitizer. It was a very different visit, right? But I'm like, Mom, do you know what we did the other day? Anyways, it was pretty funny.
That is so funny.
Yeah. So anyways, back onto the book. Yeah. I know, sorry, I went off on a tangent there, but I was like, oh, I gotta tell Lindsay that story, but okay. So your reward is getting more energy.
Yeah.
Not a piece of cake?
Not a piece of cake.
All right. So here we go. The next one is establish a morning routine.
And I know that were good at this. Are you still following through with your morning routine?
Not for the last couple of weeks, just because it's been busy.
Yeah.
And I know that's an excuse, but there's nothing for me to say that I haven't done it. But yes, I do get up. I sit right there and I use my Malibes and I do affirmations and I almost always write my gratitude down, but I'm always thinking about it. It's just when I write it down, I feel better about it, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like I close my eyes and just sit there comfy, just breathing, getting my day going. And I don't have because my home life when my kids were smaller was chaos in the morning, trying to get them ready for school and fighting with their hair and them fighting and all that kind of thing. I mean, there was no morning routine. So it's nice that I'm able to take kind of a slow morning and do a few things that are good for me. So
enjoy it.
And I should just do it all the time because it feels so damn good, but I kind of get off it. So yeah. What about you?
Mine's chaotic.
I know it won't always be.
No, and that's just it. Right now, it's fine that it's chaotic. I can accept that it's chaotic.
Yeah.
I'm actually happy that I do get to drink hot coffee, though. It's not cold when I come to it. So for me, that's a plus for sure.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I know one day it'll be a little bit smoother and I can do a little bit more. But yeah, I usually get in a morning run too. There's only the odd time where I'm in the afternoon because things didn't work out or I was just a slow poke in the morning or something. But
Yeah.
I kind of have a little bit of one, but like nothing crazy.
Yeah. And you'll find that once, like your kids get to school age and stuff, like even when it slows down a little bit before they go to school, then that morning kind of getting them up and getting them going and, making sure, oh, you need 2 dozen, brownies for this morning. Because they tell you that like 10 minutes before you got to be at school.
Oh yeah. Now it's going to be like, you can't have any flour though. And you can't have any eggs. I'll just be like, oh boy.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. So yeah, I know. I'm glad I don't have to go through that anymore for sure. Anyways, yeah, have a morning routine. It definitely is good once you're able to do that, like in your mornings.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to, because that was only just number 5. So number 6.
The other 2 are short.
These 2 are short. So
yeah, they are.
So it says, stop allowing them to talk you out of it.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
So easy. I will say, I'll use because I used to smoke cigarettes, and I know that, and even I would do it to other people. If somebody would be like, "Oh, I quit smoking cigarettes," and they'd be like, I would say, "Oh, why are you doing that? Like, come on, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's," or people would do that to me if I quit.
Yeah.
And it's just because, and I don't know if it's because the other people feel better it's, you know what I'm trying to say, right? That
I totally do. Yeah,
if you can come to their level almost.
It's something that I'm not proud of, but like when I was first like splitting up with my ex and stuff like that, and then say one of my friends would have a problem with their boyfriend or whatever, I was almost like, yeah, see, it happens to all of us. And I'd be like, oh, it's okay, you can totally do this on your own. Like I never was like, no, you got to go talk to him and work it out. I was always the opposite because I wanted them to like go through what I had been through, kind of thing. And I think that we do that a lot. Like I think not just with that circumstance. What's that?
They want to do it alone.
Well, yeah, exactly. But then people too, like even like through my business that I've been trying to get going over the years. I mean, there's been good, there's been bad, but like there's not much support. When here's an example. You come home and you walk in the house and your parents are there and your friends or whatever, you're at a barbecue, say, whatever, and you're like, guess what? I totally got this job I was going after. Like I totally landed the position. I'm working in this and I'm doing this and I'm so excited about it. And they're like, oh my God, that's so great. That's so fantastic for you. Now you go to the same barbecue and go, yeah, I just started an online business. They're like crickets. And then they're like this. Those are scams, Really? You have fun with that. Let me know how that goes. Like it's like a switch gets turned, they don't know anything about it, but they just immediately think that A, you're going to hit them up.
Yeah.
And B, that, nothing online is worth doing. Like it's just not, not possible kind of thing. So, I mean, I definitely had that where people have gone, you know what? If you're not making blah, 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 a month, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
says
you. So I just changed the subject.
Yeah. And I mean, what does she say in here? She says, 1, ask yourself if this person should be in your life. Seriously.
Yes.
And number 2 is prepare before you see them.
Yeah.
And that's like even anybody on say we did cut out sugars for a month, and it was somebody's birthday party, and they're like, oh, come on, just have, it's only one time, it's just a piece of cake. And
Yeah.
then but some, like, it's so easy to cave, because then you're thinking like, well, it is only just one time, like, what's the big deal? But as soon as you have that one piece of cake, for me, I'm going home and I'm going to be eating a lot more sugar.
Yeah, the diet's wrecked. I mean, your healthy lifestyle is put on the side burner. I'll get back on it next week, and then next week turns into, Monday I'll start, and all that kind of thing. So,
Yes.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, like, prepare yourself with some kind of answers. So if somebody comes up to me and says, hey, how's that online business going? I totally go, it's great, and change the subject, because I know that they're just saying that to be, jerks. So
Yeah. And then you're trying to come up with
prepare.
excuses, well, not excuses, but like reasons. And it's like, why do I have to explain myself to you? I should.
Yeah.
Like, I'm defending
No,
myself.
you're a friend or you're a family member and stuff like that. If you can't get support from those people, it's tough to, find it elsewhere. But
Yeah.
you find it in other business people. Like, that's where you find it. That's where you find the help and the support and whatnot. So yeah. I didn't quite get this last one. Plan intentionally to make it better.
Well, what you just said is come up with a list of answers.
Oh, okay.
If you know that you're going to get grilled about it, or
Yeah.
if you are eating a different diet than what everybody else is, one, either bring a whole bunch for just everybody eat so your plate doesn't look empty.
Yeah.
Or two, eat before you go and just be like, I'm full.
Yeah.
Right. So just either, and if it is something that you feel like you kind of have to defend in a way, just come up with some really good answers that you have.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had pressure to eat things with peppers in them. And I'm like, I'm allergic to peppers. And they're like, this is a really mild pepper. It won't bother you at all.
It's like, it's a pepper though.
Like, it's just mild.
Yeah.
One bite isn't gonna hurt. You gotta taste it. It's so good. I'm like, no, I'm that person.
Hey,
I'm that person that goes to the party and goes, what's that? You want me to die? Yeah. I'll go to the party and I'll go, oh man, that looks good. There's two things I do. Jeff does a taste test if he's with me, or I have to find the person that made the dish and ask them if there's peppers or cayenne or something in it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So don't let people talk you out of your dream, your goal.
Yes. No, don't. It's yours. Claim it and be
time to adult up. Yes. Own it.
Yes.
Okay, the last one is such a big one.
It is.
Learn to say no.
Yes.
Oh.
I know, it's so easy to not.
What's that?
It's so easy to not say no. To just be like, oh, no, I can totally put my dreams and my goals aside.
Yeah.
Even though it stresses me out,
exactly.
even I don't want to do it, and I like dreading doing it, right? But yeah.
Yeah. I have done so many things that I absolutely detest because I felt guilty about not doing it. So I was a school mom. I went into the school the first couple of years that Bailey was in school. Poor Jordan missed out because it was such a bad, and she says the same thing, that she's so busy. She doesn't have time to help out at school, nor does she like it. So she's not going to make time. I was in the classroom. I drove for field trips. I baked. I did everything.
Yeah.
And I was constantly judged by the other little mums in the classroom that just thought they were, so perfect and had the perfect children and stuff like that. So I quickly lost my appetite for doing anything like that.
Yeah.
And it was actually really good. I was like, yeah, they got to go sit out in the cold and,
Yeah.
I supported my kids. I did as much as, and they were into everything. They were in dance, they were in soccer, they were in volleyball, they just did it all, skating.
Yeah.
I spent years in my car. I just lived in my car, driving them from place to place. But and that saying no isn't just about saying no to helping at school with your kids or something like that. It's like, no, I'm not changing my plans so that I can help you do something.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to change what you need to do because somebody else goes, oh, well, that's not going to work for me. We need to make it this day.
Yeah.
No, this is the day it is for me, and I can't, there's no other way.
And she just said, pick your priorities.
Yeah.
And get a clear definition on what your priorities are.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's asking you to do something, is it part of those priorities that you have set up? If not, say no.
Yeah, don't buckle. Like, just, you know, I over the years gave up things that I had planned for weeks, if not months, because somebody needed me to watch their kids one night. Like, you know, and you don't want to say no to them because they've taken your kids once in a while, but you know, especially with something like this, something that you're doing for yourself.
Yeah.
Just, you know, if you need to get such and such done, like Lindsay, if she was like halfway into her run and Tyler phoned and said, I can't do this poopy diaper. You have to come home right now. Right? That's hard. Like,
well, it's totally different too, because I even found like if it was my afternoon to be working on the business and I'd be doing my thing, but then I'd be like, oh, it's supper time. I gotta go make supper now. And it's like, it's cutting into business time. How much work am I actually getting done if I'm now racing off and working?
Or here's another, like, say you were on your run and you looked at your watch and you're like, oh man, I have to get home. It's dinner time. And you cut your run short just so you can get home.
That too. Yeah.
Right. And women especially do things like that all the time.
Yes. We need to say no.
We just need to say no.
Yeah.
People say no to us.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. So one thing, or a couple of things she said is like, so if somebody asks you for like an invite, the first thing that you want to do is respond ASAP. Don't open the email, don't open the text and then close it and say, I'll respond later. Respond immediately.
Yeah.
And then she says, be polite, but be honest.
Yes.
So if you can't or want to have time, then don't. Right? So make sure that you're coming across, but you don't have to be rude about it. Mm-mm. Just say like, sorry, don't have time, can't do it. And you know what? And if the other person on the other end gets mad, that's their problem.
Don't make it yours.
Right? Like,
don't make it your problem. People have problems with you, that's their problems. Don't take those on. And then and be firm. Like, just like, they'll go, oh, you can switch that to such and such night, can't you? So you can come to this. Yeah. Just say, I can't. No, I have to do this.
Yeah.
And because some people are so good at making you break.
Oh yeah. And the thing is like, if somebody comes back to me, I just say, okay, that's whatever. Life's busy. You got to do what you got to do to make yourself happy. I'm not going to guilt you if you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But yet, if they come back at me and try and guilt me, I automatically feel like, oh, I should be doing this, or
I'm so the opposite now. I'm like, if you want me there, change the damn date. I mean, how bad do you want me there? Then change the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I cannot do it on this day.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I could, she says, be polite, but honest. Like, I can maybe do the honest part, but I don't know if it would be very polite. So I don't know.
I mean, the thing is to start out polite, but if they keep pushing and pushing and pushing, then you might have to like, okay, I've tried.
I mean, we've had those kind of people on like with our business and stuff. I've had messenger conversations with people that are just like, oh my God, if I could slap you through this screen, I would. Like you're testing every little bit of patience I have, but
Yeah.
I generally don't slap people in real life, but
The virtual slap.
there's got to be a way. I just stare at them. So what did they call it? Your resting bitch face?
Oh yes, I do have that too.
Yeah. Yeah, some people I'm just like, it actually hurts me. They're so stupid, but I don't know.
We'll save that for another day.
Exactly. All right, so that was it for today, and next
We're at the skills.
we're into skills.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's
that's good.
exciting.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? Which numbers?
Next week, June 10th, we will be reviewing skills number 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. I promise to read them days ahead. Because today I was like, oh, Lindsay, guess what? She's always on top of it, and I'm like, oh. So I sat out there for like an hour, just like.
Yeah, that wasn't hard. Like it was.
No.
I mean, once you get going with this book, it's really good. It's easy to follow.
Yeah, it sure is. It's a great book. So. Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah, it looked like we have a couple of viewers, so just want to say hello to everybody that was watching. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Great to see you on here. And join us next week.
Yeah, join us next week. Get the book. It's so great.
Yeah.
Every woman should read this book, I think. Like if you're one of those kind of, you kind of let things get to you and you kind of change your plans to do things for other people and you never just go, I'm doing this for me, get this book and read it. It's really, really good. So
100%.
Yeah. All righty then.
Okay, so we'll see you all next week.
You bet.
Okay. Good night.
Bye, everybody.